A dangerous fiction, the rise of the COVID-19 and 5G conspiracy. The world watched in early 2020 as a novel coronavirus swept across the globe, leaving fear and uncertainty in its wake. Amidst the chaos, a particularly bizarre and baseless conspiracy theory began to take root. The idea that 5G technology was somehow causing or exacerbating the spread of COVID-19. This theory, despite being utterly devoid of scientific merit, gained traction online and even manifested in real-world actions, with some individuals resorting to vandalizing cell phone towers. But how did such a demonstrably false idea gain such a foothold? And what are the consequences of this widespread misinformation? This theory, like many conspiracy theories, thrives on a potent cocktail of fear, uncertainty, and a distrust of authority. The rapid spread of a new and deadly virus created a perfect breeding ground for misinformation as people desperately sought explanations and scapegoats. In times of crisis, simple answers, even if completely unfounded, can hold a dangerous appeal. The 5G conspiracy theory provided a seemingly straightforward narrative, pinning the blame on a new and somewhat mysterious technology. This theory first emerged in the early days of the pandemic, spreading rapidly through social media platforms and online forums. These platforms, while valuable for sharing information, also serve as fertile ground for the spread of misinformation and conspiracy theories. The algorithms that power these platforms often prioritize engagement over accuracy, meaning that sensationalized and inflammatory content, such as that promoting the 5G conspiracy, can quickly go viral, reaching millions of users. This rapid spread was further fueled by a lack of understanding of how 5G technology actually works. The term 5G itself, short for fifth generation, refers to the latest generation of cellular mobile communication. Like previous generations, it relies on radio waves to transmit data. However, the scientific community has repeatedly debunked any link between 5G and COVID-19, with no credible evidence to support the claim that radio waves at these frequencies can cause or exacerbate viral infections. Fabrications and fears, examining the conspiracy's claims. The 5G conspiracy theory is not a monolithic entity, but rather a cluster of interconnected claims, each more outlandish than the last. Some proponents argue that 5G radiation weakens the immune system, making people more susceptible to the virus. Others claim that the virus itself is somehow transmitted through 5G signals. Still others believe that the pandemic is a hoax orchestrated by powerful elites to justify the rollout of 5G, which they allege is part of a larger plan for global surveillance and control. These claims, while alarming, crumble under even the slightest scrutiny. The idea that 5G radiation weakens the immune system is simply not supported by scientific evidence. The non-ionizing radiation emitted by 5G towers is far too weak to cause cellular damage or otherwise compromise the immune system. Similarly, the notion that viruses can be transmitted through radio waves is nonsensical, as viruses are biological agents that require living cells to replicate. Radio waves simply do not have the capacity to carry or transmit viruses. Despite the lack of evidence, the 5G conspiracy theory has found a home among certain segments of society, often those already predisposed to distrusting authority, government, or scientific consensus. This distrust is often amplified by social and economic anxieties, with some individuals feeling left behind or ignored by mainstream society. In these cases, conspiracy theories can offer a sense of control, providing a framework for understanding complex and unsettling events. Adding fuel to the fire are individuals with large platforms and a penchant for peddling misinformation. One such figure is Robert F. Kennedy Jr., an environmental activist and vaccine skeptic who has become a prominent voice in the anti-5G movement. Kennedy, despite having no scientific credentials, has repeatedly made unsubstantiated claims about the dangers of 5G, linking it to a wide range of health problems from cancer to autism. His claims, while thoroughly debunked by the scientific community, continue to resonate with his followers, many of whom view him as a trusted source of information. The human element. Why do people believe in conspiracy theories? The persistence of the 5G conspiracy theory, despite its utter lack of evidence, highlights a concerning trend: the growing distrust of science and expertise in the digital age. In an era where information, both accurate and false, spreads like wildfire online, it can be difficult to discern fact from fiction. This has created an environment where conspiracy theories can flourish, preying on people's fears and anxieties. Several factors contribute to the allure of conspiracy theories. One is the human desire for simple explanations for complex events. Conspiracy theories offer easy answers, often blaming shadowy figures or nefarious forces for the world's problems. This can be particularly appealing in times of crisis or uncertainty when people are looking for someone or something to blame. Another factor is confirmation bias, the tendency to seek out and interpret information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. People who already distrust authority figures or institutions are more likely to believe in conspiracy theories, as these theories often reinforce their existing worldview. Once someone embraces a conspiracy theory, they may actively seek out information that supports it, while dismissing any evidence that contradicts their beliefs. Social media platforms have exacerbated this problem by creating echo chambers where people are primarily exposed to information that aligns with their existing views. Algorithms designed to maximize engagement often prioritize sensationalized content, including conspiracy theories, as this type of content tends to generate more clicks and shares. As a result, people can become trapped in online bubbles where they are constantly bombarded with misinformation, reinforcing their beliefs and making it even harder to break free. A public health crisis, combating misinformation and its consequences. The 5G conspiracy theory, while absurd on its face, is not a harmless delusion. Its spread has real-world consequences, undermining public health efforts and potentially putting lives at risk. The belief that 5G causes COVID-19 has been linked to vaccine hesitancy, with some individuals refusing vaccination because they believe the virus is a hoax or that the vaccines are part of a larger conspiracy. Furthermore, the spread of misinformation about 5G has led to real-world violence and vandalism. In the United Kingdom, for example, there were numerous reports of cell phone towers being set on fire by individuals who believed they were spreading the virus. These attacks not only caused significant damage, but also disrupted essential communication networks, potentially hindering emergency services. Combating the spread of misinformation, particularly in the age of social media, is a complex and multifaceted challenge. Fact-checking organizations play a crucial role in debunking false claims, but their efforts are often outpaced by the sheer volume of misinformation circulating online. Social media platforms have a responsibility to curb the spread of harmful content on their platforms, but striking a balance between free speech and content moderation is a delicate act. Ultimately, addressing the root causes of conspiracy thinking requires a broader societal effort. This includes promoting media literacy, critical thinking skills, and a healthy skepticism towards information encountered online. Educational institutions, community organizations, and even families all have a role to play in equipping individuals with the tools to navigate the digital landscape and discern fact from fiction. Only by addressing the underlying factors that make people susceptible to conspiracy theories can we hope to mitigate the harms they pose to individuals and society as a whole.